Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Fix It with FC here. Today I'd like to do a quick video on this. It's not a new, it's an older hair cutting system. But I've been using this for 15, 18 years. Saved me a bundle, okay? No maintenance problems, no issues at all. Now I do get my hair cut about, I'd say, every 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm a little bit on the longer side when I do a cut. But what I'd like to tell you is, in today's economy, I think it's a good idea that wherever you can save a buck, save it. Okay? So, with haircuts going between 25 and 50 bucks depending on where you get your hair cut, might be something for you to look into. Now this is, like I said, an older unit. The upgraded models, they're just like a new car, folks. But this still works good. I'd just like to show you on the inside on what you get. Now these are the attachments. You get, I bought extra, but they are for length and for the side and the top of your head. It's very, very self-explanatory. But besides that, you get a transformer. You get some oil. And this is the unit right here. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to go through the setup. Now what is most important, folks, is you need a 7 amp or above vacuum cleaner to do this. I think this is excellent. So let's get started to get it set up, and then I'll run it quickly and show you how you do it. Okay, just hang in there. Now, please excuse my blurred face. I happen to be a little vain. But it is what it is. Now, as I showed you the spacers, now this one, as you can see, is curved, or angled, I should say. That is for the sides. And of course, the straight one is for the top of your head. And now they've got all kinds of spacers here. I start, because I let my hair go a little longer, I start this way. One big spacer and 2 little ones. And then what I do is every time I go through the whole thing, then I'll just take off one. Very simply like that. Do it with one of them. And then I finish up with that. Final cut gives me that. That's just the way I do it, folks. Be it right or wrong. I'll be honest with you. An old friend of mine said one thing. What's the difference in a good haircut and a bad haircut? And I couldn't answer him. You know what he said? 3 weeks. It grows back in if you screw up. Everybody screws up. I did in the beginning. So, on to the actual cutting. Now, I start with both sides and the back. Now, as you can see, my hair is on the short side. So I am starting with, and you have plenty of spacers to gauge how far you want to go with this. I'm starting with the 2, which is actually what I call my final cut because I like to have short hair. And it's angled. Okay, as I showed you before, that's it. Now, the one thing you have to make sure you do is you want to angle this correctly. Okay, as you can see here, I don't know if you can make it out, but you can see that. Now you have to have the large end up, and it tapers it down to the small end. Okay, so let's turn on the vacuum cleaner. I'm going to do a quick cut on the sides, the back, and this side, and then I'll do the front. Now, folks, I did a shorter version just for demonstration purposes. The first one I used, like I said, was this angled one. Angled like this, more hair this way, and it tapered right down. And I used 2 spacers. And when you saw me change, I changed to the flat. And I put 2 on there, and I did the top of my hair. Now, if you don't let your hair get too long, and I like short hair, but if you do it every 2 weeks, it won't be a hard cut, okay? And, you know, for you professionals out there who have to go to these expensive hair cutting places, that's on you, okay? This is meant for people who just would like to save money or are in a bind. This thing, to me, it was $60 when I bought it. It's more now. But what would you say if you have 4 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, or just you? At $30, $40, $50 a pop, it pays for itself. When you get used to it, it'll pay for itself in maybe 4 or 5 cuts, and everything else is profit. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, and please give me a like. It goes a long way to supporting this channel and getting me into the YouTube algorithms. Thank you very much, and have a good day.